Welcome to Bootstrap Businessmen, the podcast devoted to inspiring the aspiring entrepreneur within on a shoestring budget. And I'm your host, Dale L. Robertson. This is
Kevin S. Allen. How are we all doing tonight? How
Yeah.
you doing tonight?
Jacked. I look fat in this shirt. I'm fat.
He hasn't been to the gym in 2 weeks.
Actually, I haven't been to the gym since yesterday.
Slacker.
Yeah, I know. It's a record for me. I'm like, yeah.
You're usually there every day, aren't you?
No. Kelly usually reins that one in, because she doesn't like to be in there every day. I could get away with doing every day, but here's the issue. This is coming from the guy that likes he does the home workout plan. That's his whole thing. The thing is, dude, is sometimes I just like to get out of the house, but in the same instance, I don't like to have to drive like 2 miles, 3 miles down the road. I literally, if there was a apartment complex gym, I would be in it at all time, which that's the way I was before.
Okay.
In fact, actually, if you look at the 90-day home workout plan, you will actually see that there is pictures of like the bamboo background and everything.
Yeah.
That actually was at our old clubhouse in Phoenix.
Okay, so you had a background to work with?
Yeah, essentially, when you looked at it, and the funny thing is, it drove my editor crazy. Colleen was just like, that background is atrocious. Actually, I don't think she said it was atrocious, but she did say something about the fact that she was like, I want to superimpose pandas in the background. She's like, you picked probably a bad choice.
And stuff on that.
Yeah. The funny thing is prior to me getting any kind of green screen and of course doing anything like that, just because it was DIY. Kelly had her camera that she was using, which was this high grade camera. And she used it just for fun. And what ends up happening is I was just like, hey, you got a camera? I need pictures. Let's do it.
Works out. Bootstrapped it, basically.
Yeah, we essentially, so what she had, we just used. And even to be honest, if you look at, let's see here, some of my blog posts, but most recently on the push-ups book, that actually is done with a camera phone.
Oh, okay.
Literally done with a camera phone.
Wow. Okay.
Are they high-grade pictures? No, they're a bit dark, but in the same instance, it communicates the point. And that's the thing is what most people are looking for when it comes to exercises is they need a visual,
Absolutely.
It's kind of, they need to make sure they're at the right position. One of my early fitness books, I don't think you can find this one anymore. I think it was Les Thatcher might have put it out. I'm not really 100% sure. I know that it had Nigel McGuinness in it. Now, Les Thatcher, you probably go, okay, who's this? Les Thatcher is an old school veteran of the wrestling business, and he trained a lot of big WWE superstars right now, including one Dean Ambrose, who is currently the number one contender to the WWE Championship that he just lost like a month or two ago. Any event, he was trained by Les, but yeah, he put out a book and it was basically how to in pro wrestling. And I think his was kind of the same deal because Nigel was one of the other pro wrestlers he was training, an amazing wrestler who's now since retired. But Nigel was doing it. And the funny thing is it shows different drills in the ring, but it also showed different exercises. I mean, I think I learned this one, where you're standing straight up, you put your forearm across your head like this, and you brace your bicep, and then you just do a dumbbell kickback or extension, overhead extension. I learned that one early on, which, by the way, if you're ever handling good, heavy weight and such, that's one of the best ways to kind of get it to where you're not cheating. A lot of people will cheat and they'll stick their elbow out and do it this way.
It's probably good for your shoulder too.
Yeah, and you front load it this way. That way you're hitting all that tricep right there instead of going all the way out. Yeah. No, at any rate, though, that was one of my early books that I was able. I think I might have. Me, the way I am is if I'm not using something, I typically gift it to somebody. I'm like, here, have it.
Still let them sit around.
I gave away 2 PlayStation 2s back when they were out and really big because it was like I would play it for a while and they would sit. And then, I'd have a friend over and they were like, oh, man, I really wish I had a PlayStation 2. And there's like this almost Saudi Arabian culture to me that have you ever heard this? You go into a house and if you give somebody a compliment on something like, oh, I love that computer. They go, here, have this computer. They'll just give it right away.
Well, I know a few houses I'm going to be visiting. Hopefully, they're Saudi Arabians.
Yeah, go see a nice Audi in the driveway, dude. That is a car Audi. I wish I had that.
Oh, he'll take off.
Yeah. That was more Asian than Saudi Arabian.
Yeah, I've been around Asia.
But yeah, we'll go with the accent either way. But nonetheless, I was gifting it. That's just the way I am. I mean, I've always been that way. If I'm not using it, I just give it.
That's nice, actually.
Russ ended up with a flying V that I used to have, and a Jackson Rhodes one,
Okay.
and I just literally gave the whole thing. He's like, looks at me, he's like, "How much you want for it?" I'm like,
Not using
"Nothing.
it.
I just want you to have it." And he's like, "Really?" Well, the thing is about that V though is it was gifted to me by my ex-wife, and during a show.
So you're like, eh.
Yeah, during a show, we were, I'm not going to pull any punches in saying that we were out and out stoned out of our gourds. And I look to our band and I say, level the set. And there couldn't have been any more than 18 people in the audience, one of which included my ex-wife. And I take the guitar off and I throw it. Boom! And it literally just there goes your girlfriend. The guitar, the headstock just completely splits at the top, and the guitar was never the same. So that's why I ended up collecting dust, and then eventually I just gave it to Russ because I knew Russ was, he's a crafty person. He'll take something, he fixes things.
Right, fix it up and got a new guitar.
He did. Oddly enough, this turkey, I'm talking to him a couple days ago on the phone, and he said, "Oh, by the way," he says he's going to get with you. By the way, yeah, he's holding this.
He won't.
Yeah, he'll get with you when he gets here, I bet. But in any event, he said that he'll be bringing down that V, so I have something like electric play on it. Kelly's like, "Well, why do you need another guitar for?" Well, see, I've got the nylon, but the thing is, I can't play that while she's sleeping.
Oh yeah, you can plug your headphones into the
right. You just electric. You could just sit there and just play it on there, and no one can hear you outside the room. So that was the big thing. So. Man, we're veering off course like we normally do. So last week we had a very special guest, my beautiful wife, Kelly. She came in here. We talked a little bit about merch by Amazon. And so I wanted to maybe tag on this for just a minute and talk about how, what day was that you came over?
Friday. It was last Friday we got together.
Was it?
Yeah, for a few hours. Well, it was like 5 or 6 actually, but man,
I think so.
Time went by so fast.
You got here a little after 2, I think. 2:30 maybe.
8:30.
Yeah, and you picked up out of here about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I swear.
Yeah. But I mean, dude, we cranked out what 30 designs.
30 designs altogether, yeah.
And then we have a list. I still got the list. It's still over 100.
Oh yeah,
concepts and ideas and stuff in there. So
that's the thing too. When it comes to if you're dry on ideas, okay, obviously you can always just do the research and just copy what people do, and we would do that. Yeah. But that kind of takes that creativity away from us. We want to see something. Right. We wanted to try something different, and so of course we get my brother on the horn. We're on a video chat with him, and he's a clown, he's just clowning it on up. And
we couldn't put half of what he said on there, but
yeah, it's funny. Okay. So here's the thing. We talked about this last week. We're going to talk about it again. Of course, you can't have curse words on the shirts. It's no go. And we're talking like a basic word like damn is probably a no go. Definite words like shit, fuck, piss, any kind of the 7
the George Carlin words.
Yes, the 7 George Carlin 7 words you can't say on television.
Yeah, you can't put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, can't do that. And
for Amazon.
No. Yeah, and that's the thing is it'd be like boobs and tatas is considered bad, and this is funny. This is even put on breast cancer awareness shirts. Yeah, so absolutely. What do they do to them? Do they tell them, no, sorry, I know that you guys are trying to defeat cancer and all, but those are bad words.
Well, if somebody's got kind of ideas and concepts like that and they want to run with it, I mean, there's so many different alternatives.
So true. You're not hamstrung completely. Yeah, Amazon's not the only place you can do it. And okay, so. A question for you is, let's say I do open up, let's say I use Spreadshirt or I use Zazzle as my distribution instead of Amazon. So I decide I want to go ahead and I want to put out a shirt that just says piss fuck, something like, which by the way, if anybody uses that idea,
go for it.
Yeah, just at least not give me credit because I don't want anybody going like, I hear you invented the piss fuck shirt. How is, we both know Amazon is huge. Yes. It is the biggest online retailer today. Period. So, okay, now we have this opportunity that we can be able to put out a piss fuck shirt.
Sure.
What's the capability of us getting traffic there? How can we get that there? So let's think this one out loud, because obviously Facebook ads are out of the question because they're the same way when it comes to curse words.
Right. It's going to be, honestly, man, probably like maybe Twitter a little bit, you know what I mean? Because you can kind of get away with some more stuff on Twitter. Facebook ads, no. I mean, you can share it to your Facebook friends, have them share it, you know, that way to drive traffic.
So you can do it like without, like, just literally bootstrapping with $0 and just kind of go within your inner network of people.
Yeah.
But let's just say, for instance, that all my friends, we'll say all my friends wouldn't approve of piss fuck, you know. For instance, I got like some senior citizens that probably follow me on Facebook. Let's just say, for instance, they just wouldn't approve of that shirt.
Sure.
So what could I do now? How could we take my piss fuck shirt, which, by the way, I'm just using this as an example.
I mean,
we don't have a
like
piss fuck shirt,
to be honest with you, you know, so I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different ways. I mean, you can get a free landing page website, create a blog. You know what I mean? Start driving traffic, you know, to your shirt designs. I've seen people do that. Again, Twitter, a little bit of social media. You can hand out flyers at concerts, or if you've got the money, you can actually order the product in and go to a show or something and just start selling them that way. I mean, so there's a couple different options that you know, nobody can say that you can't do it. You just got to figure out the right way.
Yeah.
You know, or a way that works for you. Unfortunately, Amazon's pretty much got everything else wrapped up because you can run ads on there, you can run Facebook ads, you can run Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, you know what I mean, and have a store set up.
Okay.
So, and that doesn't cost anything. But you can also have a store set up with Spreadshirt.
Yeah.
That doesn't cost anything.
And the nice thing is with when you see something like a Spreadshirt or a Zazzle, the free stores that you have, they do offer an upgrade. Okay. And there are certain benefits to having their upgrades. You'll have to go look at those sites. I had Zazzle at one point, but it collected dust. So I ended up about like $90 for like a year membership one time. Yeah, well, I opted into it. It was like, hey, have a free year. And then your year after that's $90. I forgot about it. And then I got billed. And so I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, and I get a hold of them and they're like, sorry, you already agreed to it, buddy. We do not offer refunds. And I was just like, shut it down.
So if anybody's ever seen that episode of South Park, always read the agreement.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to end up being the human centipede.
Yes.
The centipede. Yeah.
But no, you can set up a shirt through there again, or the store through Spreadshirt.
Yeah.
And you can advertise your store.
Yeah.
Okay. Versus maybe the piss fuck shirt.
Okay.
So that would be one way you could do a Facebook ad. You know, just advertise your store. So then people come to your store. I mean, you know, just be creative with it. I mean, that's one way to do it. Zazzle, man, I got to be honest with you, it's pretty cool. One of our logos I put on there, I think it sold 1 or 2 coffee mugs and a cell phone case cover that had the Bootstrap Businessmen logo on
Did you buy them? Because I didn't.
No.
Holy crap. Thank you. Whoever did that, you guys are awesome.
I had them priced. At that time, I really didn't understand Zazzle's pricing.
Yeah.
Because working more with Amazon.
Yeah.
I think all 3 of those items were like $1.25 in royalties by the time it was all said and done. But hey, they sold.
So what's the size of the coffee mug? Did you happen to see
just
that?
A regular
like
size.
just a little like 6 ouncer.
Yeah. Like
I need big ones, man. I mean, I need big ones.
I like big ones. No.
I like big ones. I like big ones on my mouth.
In or around.
In or around. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I mean, there's that. There's Spreadshirt, Zazzle, Amazon. So I mean, if somebody really wants to put out something that's not really appropriate for Amazon, they've got avenues to do it.
Yeah, really. And see, and here's the thing is, what I'm just going to recommend to people is you do merch, okay? Remember, you're going to want to apply for it like now if you haven't already applied for it, because worst case scenario, they approve you for it and you don't use it. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's free.
Here's the thing is, it's just such a long wait. Our boy Scott, he's put in a hold for it. I haven't heard anything back from Harold. So Harold, gosh, he started doing self-publishing back in about 6 months ago, maybe?
I was going to say, yeah, probably about 6 months ago.
About a half a year ago. And I haven't heard anything from him on his end. But then again, I'm not sure if he has checked. But yeah, he had applied for merch. And and he did that like the first few days of me coaching him.
It took me almost 90 days to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's even longer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, if that's something you want to do, shirts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
Dude,
it's simple.
It's simple. We cranked out a ton of shirts. Now they're all up live, waiting for somebody to buy them. My wife's actually going to buy a couple. She saw the design she liked and stuff. But
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm going to take a guess. Was it I Eat Scabs? I'm going to at least disclose that one because I'm just proud of that one.
She liked the man pons. No, she didn't like the man pons. There was
man pons.
There was one,
I wasn't thinking so. I'm like,
there was one that said unapologetically me or something like that. I'd put up a long time ago.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
it was just sitting there. So
I have not seen that one. What
so
the
she was
hell's
going-
happening with you, Light?
She was going through and looking at them. And she's like, "Oh, I like that one." She's like, "I think I might order a couple." So,
She's unapologetically her, huh?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there was I Eat Scabs though. Our boy Walt says that he's gonna order himself one of those shirts.
I eat scabs.
I Eat Scabs.
You know, he's gonna be. It was rocking on places.
Yeah,
On
yes.
his feeds.
I Eat Scabs.
I eat scabs.
Yeah, he loved the lettering on it and how he's like, dude, the design looks awesome. Of course, our ideas. The best part about this, guys, is it's great because really, it was a business type thing, but then again, it was so relaxed and so fun. We spent about an hour in video chat with my brother.
Yeah.
It was the three of us just sitting here talking, having. The funny thing is it didn't feel like work, but the nice thing is we were able to openly communicate with each other still in a work-like fashion. So every now and then, whenever, my brother would blurt out something like, eat shit, fucking die. I'm like, dude, no, you can't. No. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I mean, you can eat shit. We can't put it on a shirt.
The funniest part was we'd always get the best shirt ideas when we just get him ranting on shit. That's the greatest part.
Cob runner.
What is a cob runner?
We found out what it was, but yeah.
We'll leave it up to our audience to look up cob runner.
Urban Dictionary. Go look it up.
Yeah, that was actually a great resource for us doing the shirts. Now here's the thing: is we're at a big goose egg when it comes to sales. But then again, I'll say this: we set it up on Friday, and I think now we're like, I still have one shirt processing. I do
too. Yeah. One got rejected online all the time.
And we checked them. So we went into trademark.com. We checked to make sure no one owned a trademark to it. But unfortunately, Amazon's so tight on things that they're kind of like, no.
So they don't approve. Here's a funny one for you folks. They don't approve online all the time.
Yeah.
But I eat scabs and your breath smells like hot dog water. They're approved. Dirty Monkey. Yep. That one got approved.
You're giving everybody some ideas here, man. But I'm going to say this. He's sharing this to you, but please understand, folks, we've had zero sales. Zero sales.
They're not breaking records.
I think, the thing that we were talking about before we got connected was actually our keyword game is
with this is kind of,
we have no keyword game at this point, and that's really where we need to tighten up on. And I don't think anybody has it down to a science because you can't keyword stuff on products. They're pretty much like, nah, you can't do that.
I even use Kbook.
Yeah.
Just type in a certain, whatever, and use Kbook. Mm-hmm. It came back with a few resources, obviously, like hot dog water.
Your breath smells like hot dog.
That one was a challenge for it.
Oh
but it
my gosh!
Some books on how to cook hot dogs and gourmet hot dogs, and I was like, I don't think that's going to make sense as a keyword.
I know, it's kind of crazy. You got to be really resourceful. And here's the thing: is be aware of trends, and of course, you can track trends through hashtags on various social medias, whether it be Instagram or Facebook, Twitter. Dude, Twitter, big news. Actually,
big again.
Well, actually, au contraire, did you hear this week? Actually, the big thing is they're saying that Twitter is looking at shutting down Vine if they haven't already shut down Vine.
Oh yeah, because they purchased Vines and they're
they're losing millions having Vine. Well, see, the thing is Vine, you could do the same damn thing on Instagram, so it just became null and void, and Snapchat. So those people were even like, for instance, one of my favorites actually on YouTube, and I didn't know really too much about Vine until I saw that he was on Vine at one point, like over a year or two ago. But it was Joe Sonigato.
Oh, okay.
Joe Sonigato I guess he made himself a sensation on Vine. It's freaking hilarious. 6 seconds of him being a goofy ass. And it was within the last year, he actually went over to Snapchat.
Okay.
And over in Snapchat, and that's where he's slaying it, of course, and on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
And so who knows what's Twitter going to do, because they're going to have to really change their game at this point, because there's a lot of noise and not a lot of people listening. So it's like a room full of people are coming in. This is what I felt like when I first went into Twitter anyways, is there's a whole lot of people in a room, it's crowded, and everybody's shouting, and very few people are listening.
It's like, great. To be honest with you, yeah. Here's the thing, man. I never really got into Vine. I watched it a little bit.
Yeah.
But 6 seconds for me is not enough if I want to see something humorous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're on Snapchat.
I don't have the attention of a fucking fruit fly, you know?
No, well, on Snapchat, I don't really know what it is, but Instagram, you get a full minute. So, you can do some good damage with a minute.
Yeah.
So,
well, my understanding is Vine did recently. They had expanded it to the full minute.
Oh,
but it was too late, because they were
Yeah.
already bleeding. And someone brought up a good point. Gosh, let me think here. Somebody on social media they had to follow. It was on YouTube. Any event, they brought up a pretty good point. It's like some people have invested, like it is their business on this social media, and they've invested hours upon hours to make themselves a bit of a social media icon on Vine, and now it's
That's
like
gonna be gone,
and they have no backup. There's no, and that's one of the things that I always try to say is, in your business, do not put all your eggs in one basket. I can tell you this: I'm a self-publisher, but the thing is I self-publish in so many different ways that if one gets pulled away, it'll suck. But in the same instance, I always have an exit strategy of some sort. Merch is a great point. Hand jobs on the corner, that's another one.
$5.
$5, man. Come on, man. $1.
This guy's working the wrong corner.
I know. East side, what can I say?
No, it's so true in anything. I mean, even the most successful business, right? Entrepreneur has multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
We talked about this in the beginning when we first started this. You need to have that just in case, right?
Yeah.
Amazon decides to shut down. I don't ever see that happening. I'm just saying, if they did, you got options, Smashwords, Drafted Digital, you know what I mean? So he can still self-publish his books to different channels and still create that income stream, for the same thing you're doing. And let's see, what do you got? 3, 4? Right now, just for books, not.
I mean, you're looking at so many different ways. I know it's not one of the more savvier ways, but you've always got Ingram Spark, and I got to tell you, my audience is growing so much now, and as I was actually putting together my recent an Ultimate Home Workout Plan version 2. It really did cross my mind to go hardback, and Ingram Spark is one of those options, and it costs $49 for a setup fee. But I think that if I were to put out a hardback book, that it may actually end up selling a bit more, and I'd probably make up that expense at least in the first month.
With a nice jacket on it, sitting on a shelf at like Barnes & Noble or something.
Yeah, something like that. It would be tremendous. So yeah, Ingram Spark is a way. You've got audiobooks, and here's the thing too: is not too many people realize. And my boy Paul Rega, hopefully I'll get him an interview with him soon enough. But Paul actually will go directly to Apple. He'll go directly to Barnes & Noble, and actually he collects like 5 or 10% more than what he would on the other online distributors.
Well, because since you have a Mac, you could publish right to Apple, direct to them.
Right. Exactly. And a lot of people will probably say, why don't you do that? Well, see, here's the thing is I would much rather just do one and just send it out to as many avenues as possible.
Yeah.
You got to really, here's a great thing. And this is going to segue into an awesome thing here. We're kind of off merch anyways, and we're kind of on this, and it's about how you prioritize your time. My boy Ben Gothard, actually, he interviewed me, and he did an interview with you. I started listening to your interview, but as soon as I got like 5 sentences in, I was like, this bald fuck. Listen to this fucking guy. I was like, geez, come on, man. I was like,
He's like, fuck this guy.
That was me trying to fart, but it was a little popcorn fart.
Yeah, actually shit himself.
Yeah, it was a little poop. But no, I actually, no, seriously, actually, I never watched, I never listened to it. I keep meaning to go back. I have it, thinged. I got a thing, you know, it's over the thing, over that there. I got to save to listen to later. But at any rate, though, Ben, we were messaging each other today, and he wanted to know, he's like, how do you get so much done with no team? Like, he's like, so who does your SEO? I do. Who writes your books? I do. Who does your book covers? I do. And a lot of people are going to poo-poo on this, and this is why. A lot of people are going to go, you should hire out, so that way it makes the process a bit more efficient. But I got to be straightforward with you guys, and I'm going to be honest here. Is I'm not making millions, okay? I really am not. I could sit here and talk about being #1 best-selling author, but I'm going to tell you this. That title doesn't pay the bills, okay?
Right,
what pays the bills is people buying books. That's what it does. And whether it says #1 best-selling author or not, if my paycheck is enough to pay my bills, it doesn't matter what title it is. You know, it could be #1 asshole of the world. If you keep giving me that pay, that's fine. So just being very realistic, and I'm shooting straight here with you guys, that it's affording those things.
Sure.
You know, it's affording. And here's the thing is, I am a bit of a control freak, but I also do have enough sense to know that when I scale up to a certain level, I will hire out.
Sure.
And I will get those people to probably do the covers, to do the formatting, to get the SEO, to do the marketing. But in the meantime, here's the thing is, you only work with what you have. Don't be a dunce. Don't go out and pull out a fucking bank loan and go like $10,000. Oh, I'm going to do this self-publishing thing right now, and I'm going to hire a VA over here, and this VA is going to do that, and this VA. Listen, I did the VA route. I actually had a couple of VAs at one point. And do you know what it got me? In the fucking hole. Got me in the fucking hole, man. I lost money for the first entire year of me being in business and self-publishing because I was a dunce. I was like, here, everybody else is doing it. Don't do that. You don't have the money. Don't fucking spend it on a fucking VA.
No.
You need to learn the system, get it down pat, and start making money.
Yeah, that is highly recommended. You know, you just hit the nail on the head right there. In anything that you're doing, you should. Do you want to know every minor detail? No, because that can take so much of your time that you forget about what you're actually working on. But should you have an understanding of how everything works? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because then when you go to hire out, you know what you want.
Yeah.
And you can communicate that. If not, you're just going to get whatever they put back.
Yeah.
And think that that's okay. But if you have an understanding, you can direct, right? Shoot an email. This is what I want. VA takes care of it.
Yeah.
Now they know. But don't bog yourself down with knowing every intricate detail.
Absolutely.
God, I mean, it would take you forever.
I'm checking our feed here, making sure anybody left any comments.
Gotcha.
Which, by the way, you guys can always feel free to leave comments or.
Seeing this, you know, when we were talking about earlier with the shirts and having Walt on, you know, getting together and kicking it back. Revisit that topic real quick because there's something important in that is, you know, having a group around you, right?
Yeah. An inner circle, a trustworthy inner circle, and you know, here's the thing, man. Is my brother's brilliant. He's got a lot of bright ideas. He's like rapid fire.
Yeah.
And so that was the most important thing. But here's the thing: is you can't always have friends in your inner circle, though. Am I correct? Yes, you can have friends.
Yeah.
But you need to also be very businesslike and understand that you need thinkers in your inner circle. You need people that go, okay, I want to take you up to the next level. Let's do this shit together.
Well, yeah, that's absolutely right. You either the people that you have in your inner circle should either have the same goals or higher than you. Yep. So then it kind of drives you. I mean, you know, well, I'm sure we'll get to this, but prime example this last month. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know, just the energy and flow and stuff, you know, is contagious. Like you see somebody, you're like, fuck, I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so you hop on board and you get moving. If you got just your buddies, like just your buddies that you hang out with and just kind of dicking off, that eats up your time and you start dicking off.
Yeah.
You really just start dicking off. I fell into it a couple times. Who doesn't?
Yeah, dickery.
You know?
It happens
Dickery.
to the best of us.
Dickery.
Well, here's the thing is,
Dickory. That's a
this
good
past
shirt.
month, October, I literally brutalized the month when it came to self-publishing. I actually put out 17 new books.
17.
I've never done that much. Here's the funny thing is, gosh, it's been over a year and a half ago that Jason said to me, I said to him, what do I need to do? What do I need to have my breakout? And he just said to me, he goes, without using the Jason voice, he said to me, hey, you got to put out about 8 to 10 perma-free books. He's like, and get it out as soon as possible. And next thing I know, within, a few months, he gets back to me and we're having our coaching call. And that was one of the things he said to me was he's like, okay, so what do you got so far? I was like, well, I've got 8 books. I'm sorry I didn't make the, the full 10. It took me freaking nearly 90 days to do 8 books. But now, fast forward sometime later, and I ended up doing 17. Now, here's the thing is, a lot of people are going to go, okay, how is that possible? Okay, first of all, it's the field that I'm in, okay? I teach exercise. So exercise can just, you can literally take the same exercises and put them into different workout plans. So really the proprietary ingredients, all mixed together, to make a different type of workout plan. So I might have something that's upper body. I might have something that's lower body. I might have something that's arms. I'm going to have something that's just pull-ups. I'm going to have things on squats. And I really broke it down to the nth degree because sometimes people are looking for very specific niche-based things.
Absolutely.
And then all I did was I took all those things and I made them into compilations of sorts because people like more bang for the buck. Sure. So for instance, today I sent out to the email list. I told them, hey, look, you guys know I already did 9 books in a short read series that are very niche specific. Here's the links. And I went ahead and put those links in there, which by the way are affiliate links. So anytime they click on it, I get roughly like 3 to 6 cents per click or per purchase.
Per purchase.
And sorry for the foot thing there. I'm wearing bare feet and I touched him on his knee. It's getting intimate in here today.
We're getting close.
At any rate though, I say to them, that's all well and good, but if you want to save yourself 10% by just purchasing them all at once in the complete series. Yeah. And I had a complete series book. It's got a beautiful cover on it. Of all the covers, it was perfectly like rainbow colored to where it's just like it's vibrant. It just pops. And do I make as much money? No, but in the same instance, I'm value stacking for my audience, and they'll end up purchasing that, and that will probably end up making me 15 cents, 20 cents, something like that.
Yeah, there again, man, what you just said, you got to bring the value to everything that you do. Give them the option to have the specifics, but then here's everything together. It's kind of nice, and it is cheaper for them instead of buying each one individually.
Well, let's talk a little bit of math. Here's the really cool thing, man. Okay, these are affiliates, which by the way, folks, you can get an Amazon Associates account. Look over to Amazon Associates. Just Google it on up. That's free. You do have to have a website of some sort that you've had some kind of action or activity on there. So for instance, when we did one for Bootstrap Businessmen, we had to put up a number of blog posts and things like that before they would consider using us. So you'll need a domain name, which you can get a domain for 99 cents over at GoDaddy. I'm not getting any kind. This is no affiliate for me. You guys can just go and you find somewhere else. Go ahead.
Per email address.
per email address. There are a number of other places you can just get a domain name for like about $1 or $2. Don't spend any more than 14 or 15 bucks for an entire year for a domain. Mm-hmm. Right now for Dale L. Roberts, I spend $15 per year on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
It's worth it. The first year I spent I think I had a special for like $6 or something at the time because they weren't running the buck special.
Nice.
But any event, Amazon Associates, you get that account set up. Here's the beauty of it. You get Amazon open up, and I'm telling you guys the secret, and this is why we've got a link in the description below, as well as a link that I'm going to tell you right now, which is shop.bootstrapbusinessmen.com. Now, here's the thing is you go to Amazon's site, you're logged into your Amazon Associates account, and what you do is you get a text drop down, and then it'll give you just a link that essentially will set it up to where if somebody clicks that link, it'll take them into Amazon. Nothing's different. The cost doesn't change, but what it does is it leaves cookies in the person's browser. So over the next 48 to 72 hours, if they purchase anything on Amazon, a small percentage, when I say small percentage, starts out like at 4%.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And based on the number of items that you ship within a month, that means somebody bought it, it's been shipped, and they received it. you will get 4%, as much to like I think 10.5% at some point.
I think 10.
Some items are fixed rates, and then
There
they're
are
running
some things you don't get paid on either.
Yeah, there's some things
So.
you get jack squat on. So, but in any event, most things, like for instance, my self-publishing, it'll be whatever the amount is shipped. So if I actually, on an average month, I'm shipping about a few hundred items. I think it comes out to like almost like 7.5%. Don't quote me on this, guys. It could be less than a few hundred. I don't know. Either way, though. So let's just say, for instance, okay, it's 4%. We're just going to go ahead and throw 4% out here. All right. So that means you're making about 4 cents for every dollar that's spent. Let's say I've got a book. It's $1. We're just going to make it even dollar. So, screw it. Let's say I've got a list of 1,000 email subscribers. Okay. These people have signed up through a lead magnet of some sort, or through my website, through my blog, through person to person, through social media. Either way, I've got an email list of people that have given me permission. That's the most important thing here. Do not be a spammer. They must give you permission to use their email to market your services. Okay. So let's say I've got about 1,000.
Okay.
Let's just say only 30%. Okay. That's a pretty good average, which, by the way, they say for email marketing, it's going to vary per niche, but the average, typically an open rate, 35%. Is a good rate. So 35% of 1,000 would be 350 subscribers open up your email. Now, not all 350 are going to buy your things. So they say typically the best click-through rate. Now, some email marketers are going to probably be like shitting themselves and going, oh my God, these numbers are so inaccurate. That's okay. I'm not an email marketer here, folks. I'm a newbie when it comes over the last year. I've been doing it, but it's actually brought me a small amount of income. So I feel like I have some kind of expertise. So at any rate, a good average is anywhere from 10 to 15%. Let's just go ahead and give ourselves 10%. So let's say, for instance, okay,
350, 35 buy.
35 people buy, okay? 35 people buy. Let's go ahead and multiply that by, let's just say they just buy one book. They buy one book of my little dollar book. They might buy other knickknacks while they're on there, toilet paper. They might buy some shampoo, things like that. But let's just say minimum, they get my dollar book. And I just send this out through one email blast. Okay, so we've got 35 people times 4 is going to be what? Help me out here.
Times 4 cents, 30.
35 times 4
$4
is going to be about $1.40.
Yes,
$1.40. Now, that doesn't include the fact that they're buying your book. Okay, which at 99 cents or $1, that's going to be 35%, or 35% royalty on Amazon, that is. And so that means you're getting 35 cents per book plus an additional 4 cents. So technically you're making 39 cents per book, and you're also getting more exposure. So a lot of people are going, oh my God, $1.40 deal, that's hardly worth it. That's just rough estimates. There's been times like, for instance, in another email list that's outside of my Dale L. Roberts brand, like I sent out one very basic email, and the email includes, it's all involving self-publishing, and the email, I just sent out dollar books because I've discovered I get the best open and click through when I just offer dollar books.
Sure.
And the thing is, like, seriously, like one day, like it dozens upon dozens of orders within that specific email. It was like I just hit the right time. Somebody opened up their email and they were just like, I swear to you, it was like they were like, I want that book. I want that book. I want that book too. I want that book. I want that. Dude, it was like,
wow.
I opened up my Amazon Associates account, and I'm like, literally, like I trickle P. I was like, I'm like, are you sure that you wanted all those books?
Yeah, that's I mean, that's how it works, though, man. I mean, somebody gets in there from that book, they could be, they're like, oh, I wanted to get Tommy that little PlayStation 12 that's out, you know what I mean? And they end up ordering that.
Right,
So,
yeah, PlayStation 12.
Can
you imagine like another few years from now, someone's like, PlayStation 12, those are so archaic. Yeah, we're up to PlayStation 50.
We got the P5.
Yeah, exactly. P50. So here's the thing is, it's not over here, folks. A lot of people are going $1.40, not much. Okay, here we have found the motivated buyer. Okay, you've got this segmented audience, and most email marketing services such as GetResponse, Aweber, help me out here, Infusionsoft, Entreport, all these, they actually can be able to track who opens and who clicks through. And in some instances, some people can actually track with, any kind of Bitly links and buy. They can really track the buys. And of course, since we have the Amazon Associates account, I can't tell which buyer bought what. But for the most part, based on the specific niche, I can be able to kind of deduce. So for instance, if I've got a romance niche of some sort, and I send out an email blast and I see a bunch of like romance orders, it's probably going to be that one. Call me crazy.
Yeah.
And if I've got an exercise one and I see someone bought rubber bands, they got an exercise bike, they got a sauna suit, things like that, I could probably deduce that. There are many other ways that you can track those things, and I really highly recommend that you just do your due diligence, get on YouTube. You can probably find more information about doing this. But here we go. So we found our motivated buyers, dude. Okay, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's only $1.40." Oh, no.
It gets better.
It gets better. Okay, this means these people have trusted you enough not only to open your email. Well, actually, first of all, they trust you enough, first of all, to give you their email. They now open it.
Now they open their wallet.
And then they clicked it. They trust you enough to click a site, because here's the thing: is a lot of people are a real tight butthole on this one here. They do not like having to click on something that they're not aware of. Okay. And you see, like a lot of these sites, like Amazon is starting to shorten their links, where it's like am.zn. So, and it's a bunch of like, wingdings and shit like that. So a lot of people are kind of real, I don't want to click on that because I'm afraid I'm gonna get some viruses.
Yeah.
And, and to be expected, a lot of people really don't want that kind of bullshit. So they trust you enough to click through. And here's the next thing is they bought something. If they bought something. So the metric I pay attention to, because I use GetResponse and I'm not able to track the individual sales, although I think there's some goal-oriented ones and I need to really break into there. But any event, so what I can do now is I'm going to take those people that have clicked through, and I notice that, hey, I've got your attention. While I've got your attention, so typically what you're going to do is you're going to try to engage them a bit more. Oh, you like this dollar book? Well, you might like this. So let's say, for instance, I put out an email blast of how to do the perfect push-up.
Sure.
Okay. I get 35 people who end up clicking through. I take that 35 people and I say, hey, I just happened to notice that you took a look at the push-up book. What'd you think? Did you pick it up? Thoughts, concerns, comments. While you're at it, I think that you might find this next report that I have the most intriguing. Sure. And this is only exclusive to my hyper-focused members, such as yourself. And today only, I've got it available at $7, as opposed to what I'm going to put it on the market at $35. And of course, you're not going to put some horse shit report together and try to sell it to somebody and say, hey, this is worth $35. I'm going to sell it to you for $7.
You can give them something that's real. It's legit.
Yeah, give them the goods, because here's the things: you got their attention. You want a value stack, because here's the thing is, we're going to take 30% more. Let's just say 30% of that particular 35 are going to be your hyper-focused buyers. They're going to be the ones that are going to level up. All right. So let's just go ahead and say 30% of 35 is going to be about 9.
Yeah. About
9
people.
So we're going to say 9 people end up buying up at the $7 level. It's all profit at this point. Okay. 9 people, 7. Well, I just threw $7 out there. That was a random number. So let's just say,
so that's 28 cents per $7.
No. I'm saying direct. So you're going to start selling them direct.
That's all money.
Yeah. I'm talking. Yeah. So as soon as you get those hyper-focused people, get them off of places like Amazon and get them to where you profit the biggest. Because at this point, they also want to know that they're having this direct contact with you. And see, here's a really cool thing.
Huge.
Digital marketer. I've done this with digital marketer. I've gone down their sales funnel and I've paid it because I love their stuff, by the way. Digital marketer is beautiful. I went for the free stuff, and then they had a $1 offer, and then they had a $7 offer, and they had 35. I was like, fuck, guys. I was like, let me just absorb this shit first, and then I'll go back into your $35 offer later. But in any event, so you've got 9 times 7 equals, why am I such a dunce today?
$63. $63. $63.
I was so good at math when we were back in the Atticas.
He was good at ones and
I was
twos.
really good.
He's
So
good.
we got $63 at this
Yeah.
point. All right.
Cash
And
money.
we've got other people that are hyper focused. We've got 9 people that have just went from one step up to the next step, up to the next step.
Yeah.
All right. I've sent you this report. What did you think about it? Listen, I know this is not for everybody, but I'm looking for a few people that really want to take their fitness up to the next level. This is where you start going into the bigger ticket, the higher ticket items. Now, I'm not going to upgrade somebody from a $7 package all of a sudden to a $3,000 package, but I'm also going to be kind of entertaining the option of, say,
Sure.
a $100 to $300 package of some sort. I'll say to them, look, right now, I have an exclusive one-on-one consultation package. I will meet with you once per week over the next month, and we're going to goal plan. I'm going to get you your own personalized home workout plan. We're going to do our own video chat, and I'll answer any questions that you would like over the course of that month by email, unlimited access. And I go ahead and offer that, let's say, for $199.
Yeah, $200. Yeah.
So we'll say $199. All right. 30% of 9 is what?
3.
3 people who have just officially spent $600 on me. A little
Mhm.
less than, a few bucks less. But either way, $600. So I went from 600. You add 63, 663 plus $140. Woo!
Yeah. Dude, it all adds up.
Yeah. And
So-
this, by the way, folks, is over the course of just less than a week.
Yeah.
Of just engaging people. You want to get them in that funnel and you want to get them moving. Of course, you don't want to force them down the tube, but in the same instance, you need to identify those motivated buyers. And see, that's
Absolutely.
why such
You have to pay attention.
small things, you're able to kind of go through. And Amazon Associates is one of the perfect ways to do it. And let's just say, for instance, I don't pursue that avenue. You've made $1.40 and you've gotten more exposure for your product.
Sure, absolutely. Why would you not want to scale it? Well, it just depends, I guess. It depends on what you want to do with your business.
Yeah.
What you're trying to do. But dude, think about that. How much does all this cost?
Amazon Associates doesn't cost zero. It costs $0. You can actually, in Amazon even has something called native shopping ads. So, and right now this month, and it's not like I'm plugging for Amazon or anything in our link below or anything crazy like that. Native shopping ads, we need to get inside our websites. You essentially put a banner of some sort for Amazon, and this month only, it's a fixed rate of 12%.
Yeah.
So in other words, anybody clicks through there and they purchase something, you're going to get 12%.
Wow, that's
Period.
huge. That's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
Or normal
12
4%.
yeah. I mean, it's wow.
Quadrupled it almost.
Yeah. So a person spends about $1. That's right there, about another 12 cents. Correct. So 12 cents for every $1 spent.
Times 10 million people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way you got to look at it. You can't look at it just one person. I mean, you got to look. There's thousands.
Absolutely. And here, I'd only talked
Thousands.
about having email subscribers. You're going, if let's say you've got a blog, you can even direct traffic towards that through Facebook ads, through Instagram ads, things like that.
Yeah.
There's so many ways that you can be able to do this. You're just only limited by your imagination. Boy, we've been talking like crazy. We went down a rabbit hole, and man, we ended up right here. Did we start on the hour today?
Maybe a few after, I think.
A few after, so
Yeah,
we're good
yeah.
for another 10 minutes then.
Yeah.
So super exciting things we need to see about maybe updating the Bootstrap Businessmen blog. Man,
Yeah, we haven't touched that in a minute.
do you know
Hmm.
that today, let's see here, today is November 2nd, correct?
November 2nd.
So that means that we are now a 9-month-old program. 9 months.
9 months.
9
It's
months.
crazy. We've done a lot over the last 9 months.
Yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
we're 9 months in, man. Yeah, February 3rd was our first broadcast. So pretty amazing, pretty cool. I think it's really awesome. We've learned a lot in the process. We've grown a lot in the process, and I think that hopefully we've shared some stuff to some people here. You still sending this out towards the podcasts?
Absolutely, it's still going out there. Too, man. Just kind of looking back at that's crazy. Started this with 0. We've profited some money. Last month would have been a big profitable month. But anyway, you know, we started making some money, and you know, we're looking at putting an LLC together here, and just kind of going back after you know, road that's been less traveled here for the last few weeks. But no, so here's the main thing to that. Surround yourself with people that have the same goals, go in the same direction, if not higher than what you are, so it take you along.
Yeah.
And with Dale, like one of the things last month, man, it got me inspired and got me kind of jazzed up, man, and pushed me over the edge, and so it kind of got me back on the horse with what I do. And I saw today at Starbucks, I just need an ice water. And they're always so gracious. They'll give you an ice water, and they'll give you like 30 cents at McDonald's. Fuck that. Starbucks gives it to you for free. Anywho, I'm watching this girl put the ice in. And then she puts water, and then she starts to put more ice in it. Well, it started running over the top. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. That's the tipping point. You never know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So use this analogy. You put pieces of ice in a cup of water, it starts raising, right? You don't continue to put ice in that. It levels out. So the moral of the story, and I know I'm kind of strange on this, the moral of the story is always continue to put, even if it's just little baby steps towards your business, continue to do those.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when the cup's just going to overflow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? You know, but if you don't, it's just going to kind of melt and level out, stay the same.
Yeah.
It's not going to go anywhere. So last month, we started putting a lot of ice in the cups.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of ice. This guy, oh my God, I think he lit the world on fire, dude.
Yeah. Actually,
land speed records last month.
Yeah, actually, and Kelly actually reached out to since Morris. Morris, if you hear me, dude, if you're okay, like drop us a message, man. If you're ill over something, just say, hey, fuck you. You guys are dead to me.
What happened to this guy?
I don't know. I offered a place to doing SPU and such, and after that, I didn't hear from him. It's totally cool, dude. You can just say no. Yeah. But a great voice narrator, and I wanted to continue going down that path with him, but he's not returning my message, or he didn't return my message.
Smooth.
So here's the thing: is I got 17 books that need to be narrated. 17 books. So Kelly reached out to a dude, and I guess he turned stuff around. She showed me his content. He's got a good crystal clear voice.
Nice.
I would consider doing the audiobook, but here's the thing: is something that Jason taught me was, you know, if you're good at something, focus on that and have other people do that. Now, this is kind of probably contradicts anything I was just saying earlier. It's so funny. I tell people, I'm like, you know, focus on one thing, but diversify. Some people are like, holy shit, what the fuck do I do? Find something that you're really good at, something that you can, you know, it's going to take a little bit of testing. And I just recommend that you test something and don't go all in. Don't quit your day job to go over and do email marketing or do affiliate marketing, things like that. Hey, listen to this fucking guy. He'll support you.
Fuck it.
You know, but here's the thing is with the audiobooks, thankfully, if you guys watched the episode that we had interviewed Morris on it, the thing is I do what's called a 50-50 split. So I don't have to pay him. He's just paid in royalties, a 50-50 split. He gets 50% of all distribution, and I get 50% of the distribution. Here's the thing is I don't need to worry about paying anybody.
Or have a studio.
Or have to learn a new skill. I would like to do audiobooks, but I need to be very realistic in the fact that I'm good at writing. I need to stick with writing. And I was able to find an avenue that, first of all, the risk is shared. So if the book is a big breakout hit, hooray, the narrator is up a lot of money.
Sure.
And I'm at down half. But here's the thing, is if it's not successful, guess who took the biggest risk? The narrator.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the most, you know, riskiest things when it comes to audiobook narration. You know, Mars has done okay with my books. Oddly enough, I think it's the quotes books that he gets the most buys on. And I think we collected like a couple of bounties on like a quotes book, at least one bounty. But yeah, it's
what happened to the guy. Yeah, his voice, man.
Yeah.
Silky smooth.
Well, I've got somebody who seems silky smooth. So probably tomorrow I'm going to reach out to him because I want to see about getting him firing this off like by, having it out the door before December rolls around. I know that's going to probably be near impossible since we're already in November, but I'm going to try my best because I want to get into January hitting that, because there's going to be a lot of people, everybody knows this. I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. I'm in a business where the business is biggest in January.
Sure.
People want to, it's New Year's resolutions. And if you're one of the people that are New Year's resolutioners, that's okay. Hey, look, I'm not going to hate you. But here's the thing is I know for a fact that every year I, as a trainer, saw the biggest business.
Sure.
I, as a writer, saw the biggest business. Like this past January was like my biggest month ever, all because of one book. A few other books did okay, but one book was like, boom! It just like literally just cracked everything open for me.
Absolutely. Well, it's kind of interesting you brought that up. You say January, it's November. So you have a business or you don't, and you want to get something started, plan it now. November to launch it in January.
Yeah.
Honestly. I talked to so many business owners throughout the day, listen to audiobooks and read. Okay. November is your planning season for the following year. So don't wait till the last week of January to set goals or December to set goals. Do it now. Do it in November, get everything laid out so you can go into December because it is holiday season. So you can enjoy, kind of get yourself on track, but also enjoy that holiday season with your family, friends, whatever. It's kind of slow the pace down a little bit. January comes, you're locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it now. Don't wait. Don't wait till December 15th.
Yeah. Don't procrastinate, guys. Procrastination is going to be the thing that really just not only kills your business, but it'll take the wind out of your sails. You might sit there and think to yourself, well, I'm just going to go ahead and put this off till tomorrow. I promise you, you will regret putting it off. You will regret it. It's just because when something finally becomes successful, you're going to kick yourself because you could have been successful a lot sooner, or you might have even missed an opportunity. Don't miss an opportunity to get up and act now. So I want to double back around on something. So Ben said to me, he's like, how do you do it? You're a one-man show. You're doing all this stuff. He's like, how do you get time for your wife? Man, I'm going to tell you guys this. In this, whether you have a 9-to-5 job or you're an entrepreneur such as we are, balance is a fucking mythical creature.
Dude, what is that?
It is a mythical creature. No. Now, here's the thing is, as long as you can just continually reevaluate those things. So for instance, I knew for sure that I needed to do some stuff today, but my wife said to me, want to go for a walk?
Yep.
Fuck yeah, I do. You want to know why? It's beautiful outside, and I get to spend time with my wife, and I get to go out and enjoy that weather. Yep. And here's the thing is, man, you can't put a price tag on that. So always know where your priorities at. Because if you're starting to sacrifice relationships and friendships all for the purpose of, well, I want to hustle. I'm going to work 17 hours per day and fuck all of my fucking life after that.
Yeah, they say work till, people hustle till 2 a.m. They're back up at 4 and stuff, so you get like 2 hours sleep every night. That's cool. But the truth is you're going to get more accomplished through your day if you're well rested.
Yes.
I agree. Promise you it's a fact. Balance, man, it's a challenge. Being an entrepreneur, because if you do have a main and a side hustle, which everybody does, you just do, right? You have a plan A, plan B, right? Get in those moments, man. My dad always told me, you can lose all your damn money, right? You work your ass off and get it back.
Yeah.
Okay. Only thing you can't get back is your time. So take those moments, go for a walk. Dude, it was beautiful here.
Oh yeah.
75 degrees out there.
It was a great walk.
November
I went
2nd.
out. Yeah, I could have easily done more things, but that was one of the things I said to Ben was, know your priorities. Yeah. So I asked him, I said, how was your month, man? I wanted to find out from him, what were your successes and what were your setbacks? So I think for me, and we'll close this out with a confessional with both of us here. So this past month was incredible. The reason why it was successful was us moving back here to Ohio, for some reason, has actually got me hyper-focused. Why? Because I get to see you. I get to see a lot of my friends.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is, and family, I started setting like specific times. That's why I'm real anal. I'm like, hey, when are you going to be over? Because I'm setting these deadlines for myself to finish things up.
Sure.
And so here's the nice thing is that actually got it to where I started working smarter, not harder. Instead of going for 16 to 20-hour days, now I'm like, okay, Kevin's over here at 7 o'clock tonight. I have to get this, and this done. And then I also have a little backup checklist where I'm like, okay, these things still need to be managed as well. So that really got me good. So my big successes were, okay, gonna have to just give 2 of them right now. Biggest successes, and this is probably gonna give them a big ego. Scott, you can look him up, Scott J. Marshall II, and you can also look up Carol Langkamp underneath C. Langkamp.
Yep.
And this is with his help, my help, and a lot of other friends' helps. I like to kind of take a little bit of credit. They got to #1 bestseller status.
Yeah, dude, that was
that one right there. Boom. Moment. I mean, I'm going to put that at the top of my list. It was a high for me, especially it was just like Carol, I thought for the longest time wasn't going to get there. But I said to her, I'm like, let's do it. Come on. And she's just like, away, all right. She's like, what do I do? And I'm like, this is what we got to do. We're going to hot shot it. One of these times I'll tell you guys about hot shotting. But in any event, we got them to #1 bestseller status. And of course, we got them set up for other goals to go forward, because that's the thing is you can get successful once. But, you know,
duplication is
you need to kind of get that momentum and keep going. Otherwise, momentum will work against you. And then you're back at square one.
Yes.
So that was some of my big success. 17 books. Wonderful. I'm excited about it. I'm elated about it. Now I got to start to get them selling. That's going to be the toughest part. So that was probably my setback. Was I pumped out so much, but my game plan was let me pump out as much as I can. Now my game plan is to take those books and actually get them to where they're selling, because they've elevated my brand and they did get additional sales in the other books, but those books are kind of hanging. Like, for instance, the new Ultimate Home Workout Plan version 2 has had 0 sales.
Oh, wow.
0 rank. It hasn't sold. It's been on the market for the last, 4 days now?
Yeah, I think it's been about 4 days.
Yeah, so
boy, that's odd.
Yeah, I'm not ate up over it. It's because I need to pay attention. I need to do all my normal things. The thing is, I was so focused on getting these things out that I haven't had time to sit down and actually elevate some of these things. So, yeah, that was probably my setback. Social media, man, it's my detriment. But I'm getting so much better now.
Yes.
I actually got Facebook to where it's shut off on my computer most times, and I just leave Messenger on because that's typically where I'm communicating with Kevin, Scott, Carol, sometimes my wife, some friends and things like that. I'll keep that on there, but there are some times where I just completely shut off my phone, set it off to the side. So that's one of my successes and one of my setbacks. So I think if I can just get it to where I'm more hyper-focused, and my next thing is I need to take 1 entire fucking day off per week. So that's my confessional. What is your confessional?
I don't have any.
You fucking liar. This motherfucker here. He as soon as he sees me cranking out books, I was like, all right, dude, what's your fucking goal for the month? And he starts just owning it so much that he bottlenecks his fucking company.
Yeah, we did too, man. That was crazy. It's kind of a fun, long story short, where I travel to every day has gotten to the point where and I hate to say this because I appreciate every day that I'm alive, I don't even want to get up in the morning. Because as soon as I get up in the morning, I got an hour drive, right?
No joke either.
This is no joke. An hour drive to get to this place. And then I go to the gym there just to try to get myself some sort of energy moving for the day, get a shower. So I'm getting ready for my day at the gym, right? Getting dressed, which is not a big deal, but man, every fucking day is
like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, man. This is kind of, you want a definition of insanity, bro. I've been living it. Do my day. So I've got a small territory, right? That I can play in. And then I drive an hour back home. So I'm not getting home till like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. By the way, I leave at 6 a.m. So 12-hour day. 2 of those are on the road.
Yep.
And 10 of the rest of that time is trying to grind it out. Like, I don't even know a good analogy, man. It's like there's 10 places and, you keep seeing the same damn faces over and over again, so it's been weird, but, or some days I'll drive back to Columbus to work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 hours on the road because I got to go back to Mansfield to come back home. here's that I had to give you an understanding. The reason why is my wife is compliance manager for a place that she holds near and dear to her heart, and she doesn't like driving the highway. We moved to Columbus. It's about an hour roll. And I said, you know what? We'll make sure you get there. That's just me being me. You know what I mean? I'm going to do whatever I can to help her maintain that love that she has for this place. And, you know, whatever she needs to be successful,
Yeah.
I'm always going to support that. So it's not a bad thing in that. It's just gotten to the point now where it's like, I don't want to drive. I honestly don't want to get up and drive. I want to sleep till 8 o'clock. Like, you know, like a normal person. But so I set a goal. We sat down and talked. She said, look, what's it going to take? This is what I would leave my job for if you did this. I said, okay. So I sat down and did the math. It would take me 20 new clients. Okay. Mind you, in an area that I feel like I've scoured the surface 1,000 times. Okay. So try to wrap your mind around that, setting a goal to accomplish something bigger in an area when you've knocked on the door 15 times already.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I said, all right, we need 20. Talk to this guy. He's, I'm watching what he's doing. I'm like, fuck, I just got to do it. That's it. I mean, you just have to do it. Just have to go, just like a bull in a china shop, really.
Yeah.
So I went and I started revisiting these places, but I changed a couple things up. I was a little more aggressive, I'm not gonna lie, than what I normally am, just because you have a goal in mind. So I'm like, fuck it, I want to do this by the end of this month, right? She's still not gonna probably leave there till the spring,
right?
Which fucking sucks, but
yay, winter in Ohio.
But anyway, so you set a goal of 20, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, was this even the beginning of the month, or was this?
It was already, I think, mid-month, actually.
Mid-month, yeah.
It's only been like a few weeks.
It wasn't even the beginning of the month goal. It was a mid-month after you were like, again.
I already had traction going.
Here's the thing. He's like, I'm going to do 9 books. He's like, oh, I'm book number 5. What are you going to do? And I'm like, fuck, this guy's getting under my skin right now. In a good way. I'm just like, I hate this. He's like, oh, published another 2 books. What'd you do today? So, by the way, his goal was 9, right?
It was 8.
Sorry, 8.
8.
He did 17. So there you have it.
I over doubled it.
So I took off on, started on a Monday, and by the time I ended the week on Friday, I had 14 in.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I
was keeping count. Trust me. Every time that he was communicating, I was like, "So how many you at, man? How many you at?"
Yeah.
I was genuinely. It wasn't so much me antagonizing you. I was curious. I was like, I wanted to keep score. It's like watching your favorite team play a fucking sport, and you want to see them win. So I was like, "What's your fucking score?" I'm like, click hash mark.
Well, I mean, we both kind of run each other like that. It's like, you're like, "Oh, I've got a 1,000-page book. I've got to go through and proofread." I'm like, we'll get the shit done. Have it done by 8 o'clock.
624 pages today.
Have that shit done by 8 o'clock. Let's go. But so 14 by the end of the week. Shoved so much paperwork into because goes into the company and stuff, send it into. Well, anyway, it got all fucking bottlenecked because they're like, what the heck just happened? Right? It's like a tsunami just came through here.
Yeah.
So I backed off the gas a little bit and let them kind of get that cleared up. I had to call in, nicely say some things to people to get light a fire under their ass, basically get shit done, because I'm not going to deliver this if you're not going to keep up with me. Right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
So backed off the gas, man, for a whole week. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then the last, I was like, I still got to hit this damn goal.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So the last couple days of the month and stuff, we ended up with 21 altogether. So we hit our target. And the cool part about that is momentum, man, is a beautiful, scary motherfucker, because, okay, October 31st, wahoo, you hit your goal, kind of washing your hands, and you wake up the next day, you're like, fuck, I got to keep going.
Yeah.
So, here we are on to the 2nd. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to, if I keep going, I'm going to double what I did in October.
Yeah.
Okay. Which would be awesome. Don't get me wrong. But if that happens, I promise you, dude, I'm not fucking driving to Mansfield.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. I'm not going. I'm like, nope. I'm not getting out of bed till April.
Uber that fucking shit. Hey, honey, you're going by Uber today.
You and I will have office hours from Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 or some shit.
Sounds good.
So I'm
to
not
me.
going anywhere. But moral of the story: you ticklish?
No, not at all. Actually, I'm violent. Actually,
He's violent. Wow.
someone touches me there, I'm like, boom.
You see me go. So it goes back, man. You got to have those people, man, chopping. Your inner circle moving and watching and pushing you. I'm not even joking. I was just crazy. I was like, my God, this guy's cranking out. What the fuck's he got going on? And he's so modest, right? And I love that. 17 books that he told you about that he published. Not to mention all the journals that you cranked out.
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention the comic books.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, those actually did give me some money.
And now T-shirts. All the T-shirt designs. So you
we did T-shirt designs too, but unfortunately it's got me zero. But the nice thing is it lays groundwork and lays the seeds for future,
absolutely, man.
future harvest. So
hey,
dude, we're getting towards the end of the hour. Actually, we're past the hour.
Yeah, we are.
It's our fucking show. Fuck it, we can go
Fuck
along.
you.
We want to. Fuck you.
Fuck you, YouTube. No,
dude, close us out, man. I know it's kind of unusual. Like I actually shut my mouth for like the last 10 minutes, man. Isn't that amazing?
I don't even know what to say. Just be good to each other. Love each other.
How can people support our show?
He's
like put on the spot. He's like,
buy man puns. No,
buy the man pon shirt.
Yes, honestly, we need to get those in the store, by the way.
Yeah,
we should load those all up in there. Anywho, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Bootstrap Businessmen, Dale, myself, Kevin. Honestly, guys, show some support. Go to show.bootstrapbusinessmen.com.
That's actually our show link. It's
shop.bootstrapbusinessmen.com. See, I got it right last week, not the week before, not today.
Show's okay. You guys will show up to our
us.
Stitcher spot.
Yeah. So jump in there because you know what that's going to do? That's going to afford us to be able to buy like some Christmas backgrounds and stuff, and like maybe some cool hats. And Dale doesn't like Tommy Bahama hats, but anyway, do that. So
FJ hats.
A beanie hat. Get an inner circle with people that are moving in the direction that you want to go with your dreams, your life, whatever the case is. And even if they're beyond where you're at, bring that person into the mix because they're going to push you to do even more, to be better. Okay. Beyond that, just if you've got something up here, write it down and get moving on it because honestly, you wait till tomorrow, it could be too late. Get going on it today. Have a good night.